What is up, you guys? My name is Janibell, or Janibell if you're Dominican, and today's video what was that? Today's video is going to be a chatty get ready with me. I have plans to go to the park today with a friend, and I'm going to take advantage and just beat this face and talk to you guys about what's been on my mind lately. So if you want to know what I used on my face and you want to be nosy and find out what's going on in my life, then keep watching. But before you do, don't forget to like and subscribe for weekly uploads, and even if you don't, thanks for coming here anyway and watching this video. I appreciate you. 10:22 in the morning. I'm like starting to wake up. I'm not a natural morning person. I try, you know, but the effort is there. But it's hard. I'm using one of my favorite primers. This is the Chatty London Watermelon Burst. There we go. Leaves me all hydrated and whatnot. I'm going to be using a matte foundation, so I want to make sure that my skin is hydrated. It's been acting a little wonky lately, as you can probably tell. We are joined by two little friends right here. I even have like some texture on my forehead. I don't really know what's going on, but I'm just kind of hoping it'll go away on its own. Man, coffee is good. For foundation, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible. Yeah, L'Oreal Infallible. I've never used this foundation before, so I'm excited to see what the hype is all about, because apparently tons of people like this foundation. I don't want to go too heavy with my base just because I'm going to be wearing a mask. I'm actually leaving my house today. Literally cannot take these days for granted because I rarely leave nowadays. I'm going on a picnic with my friend Tori, so that's fun. We're gonna have some snacks and we're gonna walk around and just maybe grab some drinks at like an empty restaurant.
Yeah, you want a chicken sandwich from McDonald's?
2, please.
2?
Yeah. That's one of the things that I really like about Buffalo. It's really easy to find a restaurant that's not super overcrowded and just anxiety triggering in these pandemic times, because like I'm not playing that. You guys didn't know, I have asthma, so I'm immune compromised, and I'm just not trying to have that, you know, even though I think I had it back in January, because I thought I was dying in January, but I don't know, I should probably get the antibodies test or something. Have you gone on any socially distanced trips lately? Let me know so I can live vicariously through you, because I haven't gone anywhere. I haven't even been to New York City since February. My mom's birthday is the 31st, and she's a Leo, and I kind of want to surprise her and just, you know, be around my family. I miss them a lot. Oh my god, this concealer is dry. I should have probably applied this section by section. My uncle has cancer, and during one of his trips to get chemo, he got COVID back in April, and we really thought we were gonna lose him. Like, things were looking really, really bad. And thankfully my family doesn't take news like that, you know, as is. I don't talk about my faith on social media like that, but we're a family of God-fearing people. Okay, we believe in the power of prayer. When I tell you, like, his kidneys weren't working, he wasn't breathing on his own, he was hooked up to a ventilator, he wasn't conscious at all, COVID was making his blood clot. Anyways, it was a lot of things going on, and it was only by and it's a sole miracle that he's alive right now. But unfortunately, since COVID made his blood clot, they had to amputate his feet. He is now COVID free, thank God, but you know, it's been a wild ride. This is not like get ready makeup conversation, but you know, it's been on my mind. I've been really reflective of how, you know, what if my family would have taken what the hospital was telling them, you know? Like, they had a whole pastor on the phone telling my mom and my aunt, like, it's time for him to let go, and it's just crazy. But in better news, he is COVID free. He's in rehab right now where they're helping him adjust, and I'm just really happy you know, I still have my uncle. I'm using Fenty Shady Biz for bronzer. Honestly, I don't know why it looks so orange. Like, is it my settings? I don't want to get up and check because then, like, I don't want to change the zoom. Thank you. I fixed my settings. I was so distracted trying to figure out, like, why do I look so orange? My settings were so wonky. I don't have, like, the craziest, most elaborate filming setup because, honestly, I mean, I have to set up every time I film. But let me know if you guys would be interested in a filming setup video. I can share all of my equipment and, you know, how I position everything. Okay, so this is an eyeshadow palette that I've been wanting to use for a while. A while ago, I did like a little haul on IG. If you don't follow me on there, you totally should. But yeah, I ordered the e.l.f. Retro Paradise eyeshadow palette. That's this right here. Look how pretty it is. Like, these colors just spoke to me and I knew I had to buy it. So I'm excited to dig into that today. Again, because we're wearing masks, like the responsible citizens that we are, I feel like making your eyes pop is like a must now. I can't be the only person that feels like 2020 is the year of the identity crisis. Is that just me? I really hope it's not just me. 'Cause I feel like with all this time that we have to reflect, be home, and just reflect on our life choices and our lives, period, I've really been thinking a lot about my Afrolatinidad, like, and how many people just don't understand what that is. Like, there's a ton of people that don't know what it means to be an Afro-Latino or an Afro-Latina. And then there's also a ton of people that just use it, like, casually, like, yeah, I'm an Afro-Latina. And it's like, where the afro at, sis? Like, where? Man, this eyeshadow kind of don't want to blend. I've spoken about this a lot on Instagram too. Just, you know, I haven't always identified as an Afro-Latina. Just the way that I grew up, some of the ideals that were instilled in me were rooted in anti-blackness. And, you know, I didn't realize that until I went away for college. 80% of people from the Dominican Republic are black, but only, I think it's like 4% or some crazy number identify as Afro-Dominican or Afro-Caribbean, which is crazy. And I don't want to get too much into the history because, I mean, y'all can Google all of that, you know, but once I started doing my own research and I realized, oh my gosh, like, so many of the things that I've been taught are problematic as fuck, like super anti-black, which is crazy considering our African ancestry. I held a lot of resentment towards my mother and my family. Like, I was just so angry because I was like, why would you guys teach me this? How can you guys tell me all these things with your whole chest throughout my childhood? How could you believe this? Not even to lighten the effect of their words on their own lives and my own, but once I started doing more research, I realized my grandmother grew up during the Trujillo dictatorship, which, if you don't know what that is, it's crazy. He believed in an ethnic cleansing of black people. Like, he allowed so many Europeans and just white people into the country in order to cleanse out all of the black people, essentially, and dark-skinned people. That alone helped me understand a little of, you know, why these ideals were, you know, passed down to me. My grandmother grew up in what you call like a campo and Samaná, if you know where that is in DR, and like up until her death, she never spoke about her upbringing during, you know, those years. She was always very tight-lipped about it. Like, because my grandmother, she was like, you know, light-skinned. I'll put a little cute picture of her right here. But that alone makes me wonder, like, what did she experience during that, you know, dictatorship? Like, my imagination just kind of runs wild. But yeah, that alone, you know, being passed down from my grandmother to my mom and then, you know, to me. I don't know if I sound like I'm making it, you know, too casual or whatever, but the anti-blackness in the Hispanic community and the Dominican community is just, it's wild. A lot of Dominicans really strive for whiteness, claim these Spanish roots and these European roots when they darker than me. these conversations just have to be had, and it's not gonna change overnight. I'm talking about this just to say that I feel like all of the research that I've done is just contributing to this identity crisis, because now I'm asking myself if identifying by Afro-Latina or Afro-Caribbean, am I otherizing myself from my blackness? But then it's also like black culture is its own separate, entity. I didn't grow up in black culture. So it's like, do I even get to claim that? It's just, am I even making sense? Maybe I'll cut this out. Yo, the under boob sweat right now is so real.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares at all.
Mm-hmm.
Keep me out of the living room, why don't you?
Love you. Damn, I didn't know this palette was gonna be so... I'm getting glitter all over my face. Oh my god. It's like stuck there. I should have done my eyes first. Anyways, I always think it's a good idea to just, reflect and take the time to ask yourself questions about your identity and who you are. I mean, if you don't know who you are, people are gonna tell you who you are, and ain't nobody telling me who I am. And I'm not a confrontational person. Like, these conversations definitely make me uncomfortable when I'm having them with people, but I think they're conversations that need to be had. So I'm just gonna continue learning and looking up information that'll help me understand things better, and just hoping to spread that education. If you've made it this far, congratulations. Give this video a like and subscribe for weekly videos. Because clearly I've been a chatty Cathy. For mascara, I'm using the Revlon So Fierce mascara, one of my faves. I always get asked if I use some sort of lengthening and strengthening serum for my lashes, but honestly, y'all, I'm just hairy. Like, I'm hairy everywhere. So, yeah, I don't really do anything. I can't even say that. I literally don't do anything. This is just how they are. Fun fact, I used to get made fun of for how hairy I was growing up in like elementary school. Like, I was bullied pretty bad. People would make fun of me because I was so hairy, and that included my lashes, y'all. So I would trim them. I would take a scissor to my eye. Dangerous. Would not recommend, especially at a young age, but I would trim my lashes regularly because I felt like at least this way I'm taking away something that they could talk about, which that's the people pleaser in me. Another issue I'm trying to work through in therapy. Yeah, so I really used to trim my lashes. Like, who does that? I haven't filled in my brows in like 2 months just because it's been so hot and I don't want to, sweat off my brow. Why not a little bit today? This is one of my favorite brow products. This is the Rimmel London Brow Pro Micro. Can you see that tip? I just feel like it gives me a natural brow because I don't like my brows to look like, too filled in or unnatural. Y'all, that eyeshadow is getting everywhere. Wow. Just wow. I'm going to tightline a little bit with the Tartiste liner. For the sake of the video, I will put a lip color on, but I'm probably just gonna stick to a gloss for when I leave later because I don't want my mask to get all gunky. Okay, so I'm gonna combine 2 glosses just because I'm being extra right now. But I'm gonna try Fenty Gloss Bomb. I'm gonna mix that with the Milani Ludicrous Lip Gloss in Luster Light. This is such a good gloss. I like this. And then to finish things off, I'm gonna use the ColourPop Pretty Fresh spray. And this is the final look. I kind of did a middle part. Is it even centered? I don't really know. Kind of don't care either, but yeah, I haven't done a ponytail in a while. I'm a bun kind of gal, so I wanted to switch it up a little bit. But yeah, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe for weekly uploads and for more of this carita linda, because I know you want to stick around, you know what I'm saying? But even if you don't, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.